Morning, everybody. It is race day on Saturday, and I am now on my way over to T1 or T transition to get everything more or less sorted out. Caffeine's flowing in me. Got a bagel in. It was about 500 calories, which is plenty. I have a start time of around, I think it's around 7:15, 7:16, so I anticipate I'll be done by 9:30 if everything goes well. I've had a little bit of a game change or a game plan change in that I'm going to decide to do a full send today, because when looking at the weather for tomorrow, it's going to absolutely be brutally rainy, stormy, so there might not even be a sprint race tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys posted on that as I continue, or as we continue through the journey here. It's a nice morning here. It is humid, and really humid at that. So I'm gonna go and make my way over the transition. It's about a 15-20 minute walk, although caffeine may make things a little bit quicker for me. And I'll check back when I'm in transition. It's gonna be a ruckus, it's gonna be a party, however you want to call it. So we'll call it from there, and I'll meet you in transition. Good morning, everyone. I'm over in transition today. It's a fantastic morning, as I said a little bit earlier, walking here, and the sun is out. You have to directly see it, of course, in the sunlight here, but it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a very hot one, what I mean by hot, but so far so good. It looks like there's a little bit of condensation around here. I'm gonna go and try to figure out where my bike is.
6:25. It's
6:25
at 6:50.
So right over here looks like the bike made it.
25 minutes.
But I'm gonna check air pressure and see what else I need to do. So I'm gonna go and set up transition here.
Teamwork
the sun is right there.
I was like, let's do this math in my head.
And then it's a beautiful morning here in Milwaukee, so it's going to be a good race morning. And as I said, I'm going to be doing full send today because tomorrow might rain out for the sprint. We'll go and set up and film once I am done. I am now done with transition and making my way familiar for the bike in. I got to remember I am on the left-hand side here. I'm keeping it simple. All the gels are right behind me in terms of right in here.
Time check.
So I've got 3 gels right behind me, and I'm now going to be heading over to the swim start. And
until transition
I'm also going to need to make sure that this is going into my left pocket here, because I'm not going to really be able to carry this at least safely. So I'm going to make sure it's going to have a little bit of rattling, but it'll stay in here as long as these flaps are good, which I think will be just fine, given that I did that yesterday with the ride. And upon finishing the bike, then run gear is ready. Also good for race day. I am not wearing a visor because it is hot, so I'm just going to go just like what Sam Long does in terms of his setup. I'm currently ventilating in terms of making sure I'm able to breathe, but it's all good here. Checked air pressures, it was good. And now all that's left is to jump into 62-degree water and, well, enjoy what's going to be artificial air conditioning, and then to the heat wave. So I'm glad I'm starting early. My heat wave, I think it's like around 7:18 start. So right now it's 6:40 in the morning. So I got a little bit under 40 minutes before we're going to get underway here. And apparently they're lining folks up 15 minutes before our start time. So I'm just going to make my way over to bike check, which is over there, as you can see, right behind the Texas flag. And then we will proceed from there. So I think this will be all I could film, at least for the time being, until after the race. I'll have my GoPro when I finish on the finish line, which is right behind bag check. And we've got a lot of folks from Team Zoot in a lot of places around US. So we'll go in and get ready and get warmed up for the swim. Although it's going to be a chilly one, which I'm going to be perfectly fine with. And water temperature this morning was 62 degrees Fahrenheit. I think we're gonna be just fine in terms of a wetsuit swim. I'm probably gonna end up taking out these sleeves and putting it down when I put on the wetsuit, because I think it's a little bit more comfortable than trying to swim with these sleeves on. Aside from that, I'm gonna check out at least this morning from here and talk to folks in once I am done with the race. So good luck to folks out here that are completing a race day, and I'll give a little bit of an update as I finish. And again, my race plan today is going to be full send, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because the weather forecast isn't looking great. So I'm gonna burn some matches today, I guess is how they say on race day. So aside from that, then I'm going to head out from here and get my bag checked and head to the swim start. I have now finished the Olympic distance for the USAT Nationals, and to say the very least, the swim and the bike were great, the run not so much. And the summary of it is that I had about a 22-minute 40 swim, which overall for me, I think it was a pretty good race. It was a little on the chilly side. Race temperature in the water was around 62.5, 63 degrees. And then from there, then I had a little bit of a slow transition, but I was okay with that. I don't really practice transitions as much as I should. But from there, I had a 1 hour, 4-minute bike, but this bike course was a little bit longer, where I was averaging about 24 miles an hour. Holding around 250 watts, which was the game plan coming in, and executed that really well. And then came to the run. I was running sub 7-minute pace miles for the first 2.5 miles, and then kind of fell apart from there, and I had to go and use a porta potty because, well, my stomach, as well as, well, really more of the rear, was not really cooperating with me. So I had to go and unfortunately use that porta potty at mile 2.5 to 3/4, and then just said, you know what, I'm just gonna chill for the rest of it. Although the heart rate was up a little bit higher than I was hoping for, so I was trying to calm it down a little bit. It's a hot day, it's humid as well, so that's kind of how the race went. But yeah, kind of in the middle of the pack, kind of as expected where I am at least in terms of my fitness. So we'll see kind of how my body responds, at least tomorrow. But the weather's not looking great, so there may not be a sprint distance tomorrow, but we'll kind of see what the weather will do. But as you can see with the race venue here, it's super nice. I mean, we've got fantastic weather. So weather, at least for those that are not racing, but for those that were racing, I mean, it's really hot out there, and we've still got a lot of runners that are out on the run course here. It's a hot one. So yeah, including myself, I got to get myself changed and further, and then shower, and then I'll be back here this afternoon for the Team Zoot photo shoot, as well as to re-rack my bike. We'll kind of see again how the race weather holds up for tomorrow. But yeah, so that's how my race went. It's, again, not the best race, but I'll take away the positives, and it's making me think maybe I'll just do some aqua bikes, because yeah, I had a really good swim and a bike, and the bike was very competitive for me. So very happy with those small wins and small gains that I made from last year. And but what you'll eventually see here is when I get back to the Expo, which there's a lot of folks that are going and lining up for this sprint, and they're checking in. So from there, I'm just gonna go in and chill and grab my bike, and I gotta I've got to put on new stickers and stuff. So it's gonna be a long morning as it relates to putting everything in the bag, and we'll call it there, at least for right now, until I go in and check back at the hotel to clean up, and then come back here to the Expo to do it all over again. I'm here at the Expo just to give a little bit of a quick tour around for this year, for 2022. Got the Hyper Ice tent, and Brewing Project is here as well. Got Athletic Brewing Company. I've got myself a Downwinder, which I think is one of the more limited editions. Then we're gonna walk on through and see what other Expo vendors as well.
Here she comes. I see her right now. This is Kirsten Sass. Give her some love.
Oh
Former
yeah.
national champion. Oh yeah, Kirsten Sass, one of the most decorated athletes in the world. From McKenzie, Tennessee. That's another national title. Guess how many national titles she won in Texas this year? She won 6. She's gonna get another one right here. There's nobody that's more decorated in this sport than Kirsten Sass. So awesome to see. She just keeps doing it every
Here we go. And more throughout. We've got registration on the right side here, and then more booths. And then we're gonna go over to the front to see what other else is in the Hyper Ice.
She's the nicest person as well. Just love what she's doing. She guided in the Olympic Games as well.
It's hot out right now. It's about 87 degrees Fahrenheit, and I gotta still wait to get my check to get my bike back, but it's still about another 10 minutes because there's still some bikers out on the course.
My friend Archie, he's gonna take a picture right back of all of you. So
There we go. Norma Tech as well as Hyper Ice.
tent. We're gonna make it seem like we're going crazy. And
Right
this
from there,
is who
we're gonna go.
So let's give the warmest
Here's your
welcome.
Expo.
Here we
And now we're gonna get the bikes checked out, and then we're going to go to get the bikes, and then we'll go and have a little bit of lunch and go and chill for the rest of the day after I check the bike back in. But we're gonna see, because the weather's not, again, I know I've said this many times, the weather's not looking great, so we'll kind of see how it goes. But there's your Expo for you. I'll be back here in the afternoon as it comes to the Team Zoot picture, and from there I'll check out from the Expo and talk to you later.